Hello friends, good afternoon. Ajay T. Joseph here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's video, what we are going to discuss is a strategy for cracking the UGC NET examination. And many of my students have been asking for such a video. That's why I wish to put this video on UGC NET. First of all, you will be knowing what UGC NET is like. It's a national level eligibility test. If you clear it, you will be eligible for assistant professorship exam anywhere across India. That is the peculiarity of this examination. And there will have two papers, the paper 1 and paper 2. So if you look into the paper 1, it is general for all the subjects, and paper 2 is the subject specific. For example, this is my UGC NET examination which I cleared in 2019 June. And in this examination, what happened is, like if you look into the history, in the paper 1 is like you can say it is like a general studies and CSAT combined together. I am talking about the UPSC parlance. So in paper 1 you can get any subjects from say history, geography, environment, current affairs, along with some aptitude and reasoning. So mostly the advantage for the people who are preparing for UPSC is because since they score good marks in the paper 1, they have a better chance in clearing this UGC NET also. But this is one issue that many of the people from the traditional subject background, art subject background are facing, because whatever they do, this cutoff is getting higher and higher for people from maybe from preparing for competitive examinations. So the thing that I want you to point out, I want you to understand is just this. See, if you are serious about clearing NET, you have to understand that you have to score well in this paper 1. So in the paper 1, what you need to prepare? You need to prepare in a similar way that somebody is preparing for UPSC. Obviously, along with that, you have to look into certain things like the teaching aptitude and research aptitude. So this will be there available, whatever the books that are available, that's more than sufficient. But the core and the crux is like, unless and until you are not doing well in the paper 1 in the UGC NET, your chances of clearing this exam will be very minimal, because it is very difficult because to score in paper 2. And look at the mark list. For example, like I scored the out of 100 I scored 70 marks in paper 1. So the percentage is 70, and if you look at the percentile, it is 99.145, right? So percentile, you will be knowing what percentile is. For example, like if I topped, just imagine out of 100 I am the first in the class with 95 marks, but my percentile will be like 100, because it depends upon the my rank. It's not exactly the percentage. So that's what I want you to understand. And if you look into this paper 2, I scored comparatively lesser. Like the paper 2 is my subject, that is history. This is the scorecard for history. I scored only 57%, and the combined percentage is 61.33. And that time the general cutoff was 54%. Since my age was over, that's why otherwise I could have qualified for the JRF also. So it has been written like qualified for assistant professor only, and this is the percentile score. So the reason why I want you to understand, the reason why I made this video is because if you are seriously preparing for UGC NET, make sure that you score well in paper 1, because it's very visible from the even though I only scored 57% in paper 2, my percentile score was 99.564. that means it is very high percentile even compared to paper 1. So obviously, if anybody is very serious about clearing NET and for a fellowship, they have to make sure that the paper 1 is very strong for them. For those, for that paper 1, you have to focus, or you have to do test series in a way a student is preparing for UPSC examination. So paper 1 is basically GS and CSAT combined together, and paper 2, you have to make sure that you will have a minimum guarantee mark, so that your total percentage will not go down drastically. And once you clear the NET, you have to make sure that within 2 years itself you have to complete your PG, and the professional certificate should be produced even if you are appearing for any interview. And also you have to make sure that even if you have a PG degree which is less than 55%, I mean your total aggregate mark is less than 55%, the NET is of no use, and this 55% is for general category, and for reservation categories the percentage will be bit lesser. So the things you have to understand is like, and the NET, these are the things you have to keep in mind. And another few things that I want you to point out is like, if there is any age limitation for NET, no. There is no age limitation. You can write this exam anytime you wish. But even if you are to appear for an assistant professorship, that thing you have to do it before the age of 40. And with the NET, next question would be, with NET, what you can do? Is it only assistant professorship? No, you can actually register for PhD even with NET. Yes, whenever university is called, you can go and register for PhD. But for a normal MA student or another post graduation student, what they have to do is like they will have to write the subsequent entrance tests of such universities, and you will be provided stipend also. But for the JRF, if you get junior research fellowship, your good thing is like many of these things even the people with the NET has to do. At times in some universities, the people with NET will also have to write entrance test. For JRF research fellowship, you don't have to write anything, and your stipend will be considerably higher than what you get for a NET. And at the same time, one thing also is that JRF, even if you clear JRF, but if you do not avail the facility of JRF within 3 years after you clear that exam, it will get lapsed. But for NET, that situation is not there. These are some other conditionalities related with this exam, but my core focus was on this video on how to clear this exam. So that's the reason why I came up with this mark list, and it is very sure that like only with the if you are scoring well in paper 1 only, there is a chance of clearing this exam. So people who are preparing for UGC NET, please make sure that your aptitude, your reasoning, your language skills, your comprehension, along with your general knowledge and general studies is well enough, like a person who is similarly preparing for UPSC, then the NET and JRF will be very easy for you. That's all I wanted to tell in this video. See you with another video soon. Please do subscribe for the channel for more videos regarding more guidance in the competitive examinations. Thank you all.